So today's topic is sheet metal. So what is a sheet metal? So usually you have total of surfaces like first one is 1D, like one dimension, then two dimension, then three dimension, right? You all are studying engineering drawing, so you know all about this. One dimensionally, usually they are lines. They can be straight lines. Even this is also one dimensional, right? Is it one dimensional or two dimensional? This one. I think yeah, this is also one dimensional, but it's having motion in two dimensional. If you look at the motion, it is having in y and x. If you take this x and y, see this is x and this is y. Motion wise, it is going in x and y. Okay, fine. So this is more of technical term what I'm using right now. This is one dimensional. Fine. Now, the examples of one dimensional are, you can say rope, R-O-P-E, rope, comma, you can say what else? Belt. No, belt won't come. Thread, okay, and few things. So why am I saying this one dimensional? See, whenever you look at the rope, it has a certain diameter and this is the length, right? Continuous length. So one dimensional, whenever one dimension, which is the length, any one dimension is greater than the other two dimensions. What are the two dimensions? See, this area is the other two dimensions. Area always is two dimensions, right? Someone has put on chat something. 1 second. Okay, charging wire. Very good. Charging wire and all. Fine. So one dimension is greater than the other two dimensions. If you compare this area, cross-sectional area, we call this as cross-sectional area. You can see the other dimension right here. This one. This is actually two dimensions. Area is always two dimensions. Okay, I'll explain the next one. So if one dimension L is far greater than, far greater than the other two dimensions, which is the diameter. Diameter consists of two dimensions, right? See, two dimensions. One is radius in this side, one is radius in that side, right? So L is far greater than the diameter. That's why it's one dimensional. Okay, one dimension is far greater than the other two dimensions. If it is a 2D, 2D means two dimensional part. So two dimensional part is such a way that I'll explain. I'll just draw a figure here. See, this can be called as 2D part. Okay, 2D means it has two dimensions. So like this. This is one dimension, right? Yeah, your plank or your pad. So this is one dimension, and you can take the other two dimensions as, let's take some other color. Yeah, this one. And then see what I'm doing over here. Yeah, of course it will look like a three-dimensional thing, but I think you can easily make out that it's not 3D. And then I'm going to join this, right? Yes. So now what are you seeing here? So total there are three dimensions. One is X, one is Y, and one is Z. So let's take another color. Yeah. See, this is one dimension along which you are drawing. This is another dimension, right? And okay. Hold on. So I can see that you have a third dimension, right? The third dimension. Okay, so there is a small thing. Yeah. So total three dimensions. One is X, one is Y, and one is Z. Let's say this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Now, if you look, X coordinate, it means this pink one in X direction and pink one in Y direction. So these dimensions are more than the Z direction, right? So let's say the length, this length is A, and this height is B, right? Height is B. So you can see that the area of a rectangle is what? A into B, right? So A into B will give you the area. And this is the thickness. Thickness is very small than the area. Okay. So thickness T is very small, or area is very large than the thickness. So if these two dimensions are greater than the third dimensions, you call it a 2D surface. It means the meaning is, don't think that it does not have any thickness. It will have thickness. It will have thickness, but the thickness comparatively will be very small than the other two dimensions. Nana, today I'm taking technical class, so please understand what I'm talking. Okay, this is entirely technical. Workshop, what is there, guys? You go to your workshop. I will give you a material like tin. Sorry, the what GI sheet. You call it GI sheet. So tinsmithy use GI sheets. So that sheet I will give you. What you will do based on given dimensions, you will take the mallet. You will start hitting. You will mark with your pencil or pen on it or marking device, and then you will just fold it. Right? You should have to know technical aspects. That's why I'm explaining this. Otherwise, you can do it very easily. Fine. Then what is 3D? I hope you understood what is 2D. 2D means area is 2 dimensions, right? A into B, 2 dimensions. Here L, only L. Thickness is very, very small. Here area is very, very small. That's my 1 dimensional. 2 dimensional means 2 dimensions are bigger than the third dimension. 1 dimension means 1 dimension is larger than the other 2 dimensions. 3 dimensional means all the 3 dimensions are almost like comparable. It means you can see all the 3 dimensions properly. Okay, 1 dimension is not very, very, very small than the other dimensions. So that is 3 dimensional. See this one, right? I think this looks like a cube with a respectable length, right? These lengths and all you can see very clearly that see, right? So thickness also is visible properly. Fine. Now the question is, okay, before we go to the question answer session, see, this is A, this is B, and this is thickness T. Now tell me, all the 3 dimensions are properly visible or not? It means you have all the 3 dimensions. That's why you call it proper dimensions. One is not very, very, very small than the other. So that's why you can call it a 3D object. Fine. Now, your tinsmithy comes under which of these 3? Yes, like Rubik's Cube. Okay, this cube is like Rubik's Cube. So what I'm trying to say now is what comes under your tinsmithy. So that's what I wanted to know. Can anyone tell me what comes under this tinsmithy, guys? Boys and girls, come on, step up. This is a live class, right? Yeah. And if anyone is watching in the YouTube, you can put in the comment section. I'm going to put it on YouTube also. So your tinsmithy or your GI sheet, it's called a sheet, right? So it comes under 2 dimensions. Okay, sir, how do you decide the 2 dimensions? That's another question. Sir, how are you going to decide if it is a 2-dimensional or a 3-dimensional? I am going to decide it this way. Okay, the way is that the thickness of tinsmithy. Okay, in tinsmithy, whenever you take, the thickness will be, I'll just mention it here. Okay, the thickness of the sheet has a level. So thickness should be like almost usually it is between 0.5 to 6 mm. It means from 0.5 mm to 6 mm, you can have the thickness. If it is greater than, if T is greater than 6 mm, then you call it a plate. Then you call it a plate. Then it is plate. It is not sheet. So here it is a sheet. Okay, in tinsmithy, usually the GI sheet is given. GI is galvanized iron sheets are given. The thickness will be between 0.5 to 6 mm. Okay, using that sheet, you will do bending operations, cutting and bending operations, and then you are going to find a definite shape. So that shape may be in a size of a tray, like a tray to use for some purpose, or else like a round tin. It looks like round tin means it's a cylindrical tin. It looks like a glass. Okay, like a glass. So these are the applications. Like for any bending operation, you can use tinsmithy, and it's a two-dimensional thing which you are taking. Okay, 2D sheet you are going to take because its thickness is very, very less than the area. That's why you call it a sheet. So these are the technical aspects. I hope you have enjoyed it. Okay, so now